Well, the road to WrestleMania has begun. The timeless classic of the Royal Rumble, where 30 men tried to make their one dream happen. 29 failed, and one has clicked their ticket to the main event.
Was given.
Well, we'll get to that later. I don't interrupt my monologue.
Yeah, I got you.
30 men have entered, 29 lost, and one has given the golden ticket to WrestleMania. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Triple Threat. I am your host, Big D. To my right is California Kid.
Hey,
and on the phone, the 31 participant of the Royal Rumble, but was never shown, is the Pipe.
I was still waiting for my pizza, so I said, fuck the Rumble.
Well, gentlemen, another Royal Rumble has passed, but before we get started, I'd like to say to thank you for everyone that this is our 1 year anniversary.
Hey!
Even though it's past.
A beautiful baby.
Yeah. And thank you for those that have subscribed and that listen to the show. And please support us in this new year. Also, hope everybody is bundled up because we had some snow.
Yeah, we got some white stuff. Yeah.
We had snow, so a lot of yellow snow competition came around.
Yeah, but this stuff was really powdery. Just like, there was a video on the internet where some woman picked it up and thought it was artificial, and she tried
seeing all that powder on the ground made me think Scarface.
Oh yeah.
I seriously thought that.
You didn't try to snort it, did you?
If I was drunk enough, I might have. No.
Okay.
But in my mind, I did.
Well, unfortunately, let's get the show started. Let's start with thoughts about the Rumble.
Yes. Which I did. See, ladies and gentlemen, I did invite these two mofos to my house to watch it, but they couldn't make it.
Had to work.
So it was me, my beautiful wife Nancy, who's practically a member of this show now, as many television, and her cousin Reed, and we saw it, and a part of us kept thinking like, man, we should have watched the Grammys instead, but it was not the best Rumble period. There was some good moments. That crowd was something else.
Yeah.
That crowd was the highlight of the show, honestly.
They're going to
and that was Pittsburgh.
Pay-per-view was lackluster, to say the words.
The funny moment was seeing Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
That was just a funny moment for me. But go ahead.
Let's go down by the matches. First off, we had the Rose Brothers versus the New Age Outlaws in the pre-show.
And my damn
Can I say something like quick? WWE, why the fuck do we gotta have a pay-per-view where you have to put all the titles on one pay-per-view to have them fought on one pay-per-view? Can we at least get the tag titles and the Intercontinental and the US belt on a pay-per-view instead of on a pre-show all the time?
Yeah, that sucks. It does suck.
I mean, goddamn.
That is just sorry.
Rumble and Mania, the only pay-per-view aspect I do watch is the pre-show.
Yeah.
And it was a decent match. I mean, I thought Cody and Goldust were going to have it a little longer, but
I thought it was too soon. I thought
those two had one of my favorite storylines last year, and I'm very impressed with what they've done, especially Goldust. I mean, talk about re-emergence.
They have been working the matches very well. I mean, their matches have been entertaining. I don't see why they haven't.
Not only it was too soon, but to the New Age Outlaws.
Yeah, I think Badass Billy.
Honestly, I thought.
No disrespect to the New Age Outlaws, but Badass Billy Gunn just needs to just stay in the bag.
I just thought that would have been a nice spot for real Americans to get,
Yeah,
dude seems like he's out of breath every time he wrestles.
I would have loved to see him get it.
I'm not surprised. Billy Gunn's had a very unhealthy lifestyle You know,
I mean, that match he had with Punk pretty much proved how shaky he is.
oh
Which
God.
one, Gunn?
Yeah.
Well, he used to be Gunn. He passes early.
And here's the thing, like both of them, they're just fortunate they still look the same because most guys don't even look the same when they come out.
Road Dogg does look better than Gunn to me.
Yeah,
Road Dogg can go. It's just Gunn.
Like Road Dogg was great to me.
Yeah, he did come out way better. He did look better.
I mean, he's still doing his thing, and I'm happy for him, and but still, not the way I would have gone with it. And I wonder if this means that we are going to get the Cody Goldust match at Mania.
Pretty much. But we'll talk about that later.
We'll get to that later, but I said not my team, not the team I would have picked, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Usos beat them.
Okay. But,
I think that's what's going to happen. I think the Usos are going to beat the Outlaws and become tag champs finally.
Yeah. And on to the main event of the night, even though it was the first match of the pay-per-view.
Match of the night.
Daniel Bryan versus Barry Wyatt.
Oh, we were just gone on that match. We loved it. It was fantastic. Great ending. That was slick how Bray Wyatt caught him.
Yeah, I had to admit that was
that was slick.
Here's it's part. I mean, it's good that they were able to clean it up with a good match, but man, in retrospect, like you just sit back and just put your hand over your face. I mean, the reason we even got this point is because there was a huge screw up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but happy for Barry because now he finally is able to show what he can do. Because let's be honest, that match he had with Canada was just bad as hell, and really didn't do him any favors. But Daniel Bryan won. Daniel Bryan lost surprisingly, and it set up.
I didn't think Bray Wyatt could really do that spider thing.
Oh yeah, that was pretty.
That was kind of freaky to watch.
Yeah, he did crawl around a little in the ring.
It's impressive, but damn, that was freaky.
Yeah. Next match.
Go ahead.
Okay. Next match, if you want to call it a match.
I just wish it could have kept going. I wish that feud would have gone a little bit longer.
Like I said, in retrospect, when you look back at
it, could have been. I really think it could have been a great long story, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Well, the second part, Brock Lesnar versus Big Show.
Yeah. Brock Lesnar kicked his ass.
This was a complete waste of fucking time. I knew this wasn't really going to be a good match, but still, what we got was just a complete waste.
You were more on if anyone thought for a second Big Show had a chance at this, no matter what injured or not.
Yeah, but still, I understand Big Show was injured, but
because apparently what it was at a house show the night before, he was fighting Kane, and he does that WMD or whatever. And he hit a turnbuckle, and it really messed up his hand. So if you noticed in that match, he was really holding his arm a lot.
Yeah.
That's what happened. So I guess instead of just canceling it, they just had Brock whoop his ass.
Yeah.
And the gravity match or not, I'm still impressed with anyone can lift a Big Show like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that Brock can still do that, it's still a feat to watch. But yeah, that was a waste of time, though. I'm glad I got to see him F5 his ass, but waste of time.
There's so many other people in the company who could have used that spot. I mean, it's just such a waste.
Oh, we didn't even talk about people getting spots that night.
Oh, God.
Well, let's go into the third match. The WWE Heavyweight Championship.
World Heavyweight Championship.
Unified title, whatever. Randy Orton versus John Cena. I'm gonna be honest. I did not see this match. I didn't care for it. I just didn't.
I've seen it 3 times.
See, during that match, me and fancy cousin Reed went outside to fly some kites, and I'm gonna call it flying kites. But you know, we just went outside and we came back. It was. I've seen them do better matches together, but I've seen them do worse matches together. Like when they did each other's finisher, I thought that was cool. Like the way Orton did the attitude adjustment was awesome.
And
he nailed that perfect. I mean, I'm gonna give him that. And then Cena, not as slick as Orton when he does the RKO, but it was still slick. I mean, and like I said, I've seen him do worse, but you know, the feud's done.
Pretty much. The Wyatts interfered when Cena had Orton in the STF, causing Cena to lose, and well, actually he won, but by DQ.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're going to give us a DQ finish, of course, which is bull crap. I mean, come on.
Yeah, setting up for, I guess.
Well, you talking about in the Rumble match?
No, in their match.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Anything you want to add? Any more? You want to add this? California?
I just think it's we've seen these two go at it. God knows how many times. It was a long feud.
You want to talk about what happened at the end?
You can go ahead. I didn't see
the DQ was.
Like you saw, like he had him in SDF, and then the Wyatts came out.
Yeah.
I said that.
It's
Yeah. And no, he RKO'd Cena and won. That's what they gave it to him.
Oh.
And because they said, like, I didn't see it. Did Cena say that they were like, what, Doug Dynasty or something?
He said something.
Like,
no, that was. No, I think that was Orton.
I thought Cena. They were saying Cena said that about them.
No.
But anyway, I guess the internet rumors were true. Like that's going to be the WrestleMania match, Cena and Wyatt.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Waste of time.
All right.
Let's just say when that match happens, I'm going to put on a Hawaiian shirt or whatever, and a hat and a sheet mask. You're going to see who I'm rooting for.
Oh God.
So they're trying to find one here in Georgia.
Yeah, I'm sure there's like what do you call them, swap meet or something.
I just don't see the point of those two even getting involved with each other. It's just
the promo wise is going to be interesting. I love to see what Bray Wyatt thinks is going to say about it.
Yeah.
Like how much further can the Wyatt, the way they're doing, how much further can the Wyatt Bryan thing go?
Not that much.
The way they ruined it, yeah, I mean, it couldn't go that far.
It shows, though, the things they do have in Wyatt, the fact that they're going to put him with Cena.
I just mean, but they ruined his build, man. Like, having that incident happen in the cage that night, like,
yeah.
And then, you know, it just kind of started depowering him a little.
We'll get to that pretty soon. Let's get on to the main event, the Royal Rumble match. We started out with CM Punk, who was number 1, and then we had Seth Rollins at number 2.
Both held on there for a long time.
Yeah. This Royal Rumble match was lackluster. I'm sorry. It was
a piece of crap.
Sorry. Rumble. There were only a few good spots. Kofi on the barricade. You had to know that he was working on that for the whole year since everybody thought he was going to jump from the announce table. So I guess
it was cool. Not as cool as when he did the handstand.
Yeah, the handstand was awesome.
That was too awesome, but I thought it was a little bit cooler than the chair thing last year.
Yeah.
So, but the handstand, that is one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, but you gotta give it to him. I mean, at least he didn't fuck it up and miss. That would have been real bad.
Yeah.
What would you say, which was the coolest spot? The handstand when Morrison did it off the barricade?
I would have to say the handstand.
Yeah.
Alright, I agree.
But, can someone explain to me why the fuck was Diesel in the damn Royal Rumble match?
I have no idea.
They were desperate for surprise spots. It had to be everyone else turned it down. like a Sheldon or Carlito, folks like that turned it down. I swore I heard rumors that was going to be Evan Bourne coming back.
Oh God, if that.
How long has he been gone?
It's been over maybe a year or two now.
I think he's pretty much gone.
I mean, like they say he's ready, but I heard like him and should have known better that Jericho wasn't gonna show up.
No.
But then
I knew that.
But Jericho been lying about this shit about how many times?
A few.
Yeah.
And
I did like the way that he came back on Twitter. He said he finally told the truth that he wasn't at the Rumble. But
that's him.
Then they have the little bull from Los Matadors get into the ring and he battled with Punk, and then
the highlight was CM Punk fucking with him.
And then he eliminated Fandango.
Oh my
Was
God.
I the only one who was kind of saying in their head that Roman Reigns should throw him in the crowd like
yeah, that would have been.
Was it Mike Austin that threw Spike Dudley?
Yeah. That's what he should have did.
I would have totally fanned out of that.
They miss opportunities like this. They've been doing it.
WWE ain't gonna be that.
That's because they're full of crap, man. They're just terrible.
And of course, like you had like Sheamus came back.
Mm.
He never even got injured. He was like the same.
Well, duh.
I mean,
nothing much we can really do with him.
I mean, it was great,
Yeah.
And what else? You notice how Goldust accidentally eliminated Cody?
Yeah, it's pretty much setting up for the pay-per-view. I mean, WrestleMania.
Yeah, and should we talk about the Kane thing?
The what?
The Kane thing.
Oh yeah. So someone please explain to me again. I thought Stephanie pretty much said that Kane could not do what he did to Punk, but for some reason he was able to get into the Rumble.
I thought they were trying to do like some cheap ploy and having him break the all-time record of eliminating people. Like, cause I think Shawn Michaels eliminated the most, but Kane wasn't off, but was 3 off, and I thought that's what they were trying to do, but no, he was just trying to mess with Punk, and then, that part made me so mad.
Yeah.
That was messed up.
It's terrible.
Then,
and my God, JBL.
Yeah. I thought JBL was going to do something, but he pulled a Michael Cole.
Yeah, it's like, hold my jacket.
I thought he was,
That was another waste of space.
Yeah.
So, was it Del Rio that came out at number 27, then Batista came out at 28?
Yeah, that's what happened. Del Rio, I remember that. Del Rio was 27, and Batista, 28.
Yeah. So, Batista then came out. Batista cleaned out. Roman Reigns was the most to eliminate a lot of people.
Yeah, he broke Kane's record for one Rumble. I think he eliminated 12.
Yeah, and then we were down to the final 4, which was Batista, Punk, Sheamus, and Roman Reigns.
How about that? How about before that? How about Ambrose trying to be slick like that?
Yeah, he tried to eliminate Reigns, but failed. And then Seth was trying to play Peacemaker.
And one more before we get to the final, one more spot. That dude guy had to be on cloud 9 to be in that thing, like that Alexander guy.
Oh yeah, think of how to be in the Royal Rumble. I'm in the Royal Rumble.
He was kicking ass too.
Yeah.
He had his shine. They gave him a little shine.
He had like a female speaking for him, so some blonde girl named Lana. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna see him on SmackDown soon.
No.
Yeah. He looked good. I mean, I want to see what else he can do, but I was impressed with him so far.
Did they just throw him in there, or did they have something like they did with Bo Dallas?
I don't think they did like a battle royal or anything like that. They just put him in there.
Yeah,
Bo Dallas in that grand spec. Like they did Bo Dallas last year, like put at least one NXT guy in there.
Oh.
Mess with the fans' minds. Remember the name.
Speaking of messing with the fans' minds. Like I was saying, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins were eliminated by Roman Reigns, and left Batista, CM Punk, Sheamus, and him as the final four. And as the party alluded to, Kane came back out and he eliminated Punk. And I'm amazed that somebody on the forums was saying like, I thought that you couldn't get eliminated by somebody that was eliminated. And I'm like,
I mean, like Reed was saying something like, oh, that ought to be a rule. That's not fair.
And I'm like, apparently you haven't been watching the Royal Rumble live.
That's what I told him. I told him that too. Like, you kidding me? They do this all the time.
Yeah, and King put Punk through the Spanish announce table. Then it was just Batista, Sheamus, and Roman Reigns. Then Sheamus got eliminated by who? Roman Reigns? Or was it
Yeah, I think it was Roman Reigns.
Yeah, and then it was down to Batista and... Oh, let's talk about this before we get to the final two. Alright. It's been kind of speculated that people were trying to figure out, was Daniel Bryan in it or was he not? And then they saw...
Everything worked out. He was my pick. I actually picked him to win.
I picked him too. I thought he was going to be... I thought it was going to be him.
Well, they did have a picture on...
That really wanted it.
Yeah, but unfortunately, they didn't get him at number 30. It was Rey Mysterio. Poor Ray. He booed the shit out of him.
Yeah.
So, fortunately, Ray was sacrificial lamb, and then the fans pretty much turned on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, and that's when the boos came out even louder, the Daniel Bryan chants and all that.
And so, Roman Reigns was getting cheered because it was just him and Batista.
They started at Roman Reigns.
I told you, man. I tell everybody, Batista is so overrated, and a lot of the people in the business are going to look at it like they think, oh, he's over. No, he's not over. Batista is not over because everybody reacts to him. We're reacting to him because we want him gone.
Like, people forget it doesn't take a long time to hate Batista.
No, he's overrated.
It's people forget he's been gone so long, like how quick it is. That's why I said let him be the heel. Let him do the spotlight thing.
He just
you hate it regardless.
That's what I'm saying. He can be hated, but there's a thin line.
He was right when before he left. He found his dish doing the spotlight thing. That was perfect for him.
Yeah, like I said, man. There's a thin line between good fan heat and bad fan heat. And when you're overdoing it, it's like, especially like Batista, giving him the Royal Rumble, just to give him the Royal Rumble. That's not good heat. That's bad heat because the person who the industry is buying into, you don't want to push for some reason.
But it came out the final two, Roman Reigns and Batista, and then Batista knocked him out to win the Rumble, and the fans booed the shit out of Batista.
I'm sure they did.
You can clearly see that it got to Batista. Batista flipped off some fans, and he mocked Daniel Bryan. And did anybody catch the end where Michael Cole said Batista won, deal with it? And I just want to go and say, fuck you, Michael Cole.
Yeah, for real. Michael Cole doesn't. This is.
You gotta talk about what happened after the Rumble went off the air.
Well, I think that came from Vince. But what happened after the Rumble went off the air?
People were booing him, and he started, Batista started flipping people off, flipping.
That's what I said.
Audience members off, like in the crowd, and then he did the Daniel Bryan pose, only with his middle fingers up.
That's what I just said.
Oh, really? Okay.
But I had to say it like this. I wanted Daniel Bryan in the match too, but let's get to this topic beforehand. So Raw started off with Stephanie and Triple H, and right off the bat, Triple H pretty much poked fun at the fans, saying that you didn't get what you wanted, and then pretty much making fun of the light that Daniel Bryan wasn't in the Rumble, and a lot of the fans were pissed about it. Look,
of course they were.
Yeah, and I know some. People were talking about how WWE is trying to get the fans to want it more so it can mean something. But it's been over a year, and they need to pull the trigger on it before they wait too late, and then it goes to hell.
It's already past that point.
You
They
know,
they
I
that
mean,
when
it's
you
pretty. I mean, it's pretty obvious Daniel Bryan is in on it because the whole Twitter thing with him saying turned it into the Yes movement. So yeah, it's pretty much a work now, and
Just like really trying to, the crowd is just playing right in their hands.
Yeah.
They're getting that heat, that anger, and now it's gonna play into a storyline, and.
I mean, I don't know why people are so shocked that Batista won. I mean, I said it before, it was either gonna be Daniel Bryan or Batista because Vince is
I said the same thing.
Vince is
Would not be surprised if he got that thing.
Vince is gonna try to get as much press from the whole rise of the Guardians of the Galaxy, especially if they do as successful as people think that they're going to do this summer. So he's going to try to ride that train and get some free press from it. I mean, that's just the way Vince is. Vince is a businessman, and all he cares about is money. And he's going to do whatever he can to get press.
But the problem with that is just the fact that sometimes I think Vince forgets what kind of business he's in.
Well, how's that shocking? I mean, you've seen that Vince cares more about the production, and it's kind of like what I think about Eric Bischoff. I think Eric Bischoff cared more about being a producer than he did about being anything in wrestling.
Yeah,
and I think Vince is the same way.
And when
he cares more about being in the TV industry and having that Hollywood connection instead of just wrestling.
And that's what got him to the dance. It's a sad thing. You got a Royal Rumble that's just given somebody because of a movie or something. Like you're using a Royal Rumble as a promotional tool. It's kind of like, but the Royal Rumble to your viewers is like, it's like sacred to us. Like it's the Royal freaking Rumble. It's in pop culture. It's the Royal fucking Rumble.
Yeah, I mean. I know a lot of people are like shitting on it, saying that, oh, Batista won, and that's why the Rumble was shitty. The Rumble was shitty because it was lackluster. Most of the things were just boring. Excuse me. There was only a few good spots.
There was no celebrity.
Well,
no real celebrity.
No, but this pay-per-view was just lame and not really worth the $60 or the $10 that you pay if you had the network.
I pity anyone who spent that money on a pay-per-view like this.
Thanks, y'all.
Sorry, Pike.
I'm sorry.
Now I feel so much better you didn't show up.
I'm so sorry.
But this whole thing with Daniel Bryan.
But it's just like it really hit a high point when. Did you see that shit that Mick Foley wrote?
Yeah, we're gonna get into it later.
That's just like damn.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and talk about it. You remember what he said, Mike?
Oh shit.
He was talking about how
thing, like not taking it seriously and just not listening to the audience and how Daniel Bryan could go better and just it was a lot of shit like that. It was just talking about how like my contract's up in a month and like all that and just he just said like things like that, just pissed off.
And then he destroyed TV too.
Rant.
And then he destroyed TV too. But I have to say the most surprising one was from his son. I got a quote here. It said, sorry people who know much about wrestling, but this company right now is in some serious shit. This is really bad for this company because one or two individuals truly believe that their opinions reign much more over the millions and millions of people who watch their show religiously on a weekly basis. It's such a horrible feeling, obviously, because it hit close to home. You have these guys who work their asses off 320
days a
year, who barely see their loved ones, and they get completely disrespected and disregarded because Triple fucking H thinks they're too small or not star material. My dad made your ass. And people told my dad all his life that he would amount to nothing. So Triple H should know from experience that people that work their asses off and that are told that they are worthless are the ones that make the company the best it can be. Without my dad, Triple H is just a mid carder. My dad went out of his way to make sure that he turned Triple H into an intimidating, scary, cerebral assassin son of a bitch that he has become. So it's about time that people who deserve to be the best are given the opportunity to show it. WWE is a fucking dictatorship and it's just truly a shame. I gotta say it's wow. He went in on Triple H.
I mean, it's just, but what he's saying, there's a lot of truth to that. It's like you got this place where you have all the talent at a period of time, and you got the power to rocket us into the next.
I bet you not Triple H wish he had never gave Foley that prop in Kingdom Come.
Oh my god.
Because he did finally gave some props to Foley and said that Foley put him over, but either way his son just did, I think he regrets it now.
You know, you got WWE just like they have all the tools to create their new big boom era. They just nobody's going to do it. Like, I just don't understand. You could have another big era in wrestling right now if you wanted to, but I just don't understand why nobody who's a decision maker has even brought this, or at least not enough people who are decision makers in this company have brought this to anyone's attention. Maybe they're too blind to see it. I don't know, but like the fan, your audience is telling you, you got all these guys. Show us these guys. We've seen these guys you keep throwing at us. Show us these guys. Put these guys up top.
Look,
that's what they're crying out.
Look, I want to say it like this. Some TV show hosts were talking about how the fans were disrespecting the wrestlers when they were booing Rey Mysterio and Batista at the Rumble because Daniel Bryan had come out, and they say it's going to be a backlash that people are going to not like Daniel Bryan. It's going to hurt his chances of getting the WWE championship. I mean,
what more can they do to him?
I mean, it's alright. Yeah.
What the fuck else can they do to him? They've just held him back too long, and now they've killed his entire. They've blown the load. They've dissolved the load before it even was blown.
The thing is, WWE's been bitching about. I say this once and I say it again. WWE been bitching about trying to get Cena over, trying to get Cena 100% over with the fans. It's not gonna happen.
You can't make us like Cena.
You got a guy that is 100% over. And if you give him the right material and the right writing, you can do more to get him, to be, I won't say ass Austin and Rock, but, to help him get more asses in seats. I mean, I know people will say, well, the buy rate for the SummerSlam wasn't shit. Of course it was shit. I mean, first of all, many people did not believe Cena was going to put Daniel Bryan over. Secondly, people already knew that Orton was going to cash in on either Cena or Bryan. So why the fuck would anybody want to order the fucking pay-per-view when they already know Orton's ass was going to cash in the damn belt and cash in the money in the bank to get the belt. So SummerSlam was pretty much screwed.
This is stupid decision making. And then, you got people in there.
And then it didn't help when the writers kept doing all the shitty, Bryan won the belt, but no, he did it. We take the belt back, and now the title's vacant. It didn't help Bryan that much. And stop putting all the blame on Bryan. Bryan is one man.
You can't.
If you're gonna blame Bryan as much as they do, they might as well blame much on Orton and Triple H because they're the ones that were in it together. You can't blame it all on Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
You can't make Bryan the cop out. That's not Bryan anymore.
Yeah. No, if anything, Orton should take the blame most because he's the champion now. And, to put it on Daniel Bryan is just bullshit.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan, there's nothing on him right now. All I'm saying is, look, they're just They're just doing everything opposite of what they should be doing.
And yeah,
it's retarded.
And yeah, they're probably doing it for storyline reasons to put him down, and
they're doing it to keep people over. They're doing it to keep certain people over.
If they're doing it to build it up so it can mean something. You got to be careful how long you prolong it, because
they prolonged it too long.
If you prolong it too long, and if you piss off the fans aren't going to buy the pay-per-views. The fans aren't going to turn in, and then you're going to turn around and say, "Well, we can't put this guy over because he doesn't put the asses and seats on the ratings up." And plus, isn't it kind of a bad idea for you, WWE, to try to piss off your fans when you're trying to get them to buy your network and push it?
Yeah, look, it's like, okay, I put it in Passion for the Christ terms. When you're trying to build a hero, yeah, he's going to go through a whole bunch of hardships. But I mean, if we just sit there and week after week, we just keep watching Jesus get flogged and flogged and flogged and flogged, and they never put the damn cross on his back, and we don't get the crucifixion ever. It's like, okay, I'm not going to sit here anymore. I'm going to go to a stand over there and buy some leavened bread or whatever, and I'm just going to sit there and have communion. And I'm just not going to spend any more of my time sitting on these stones watching Jesus stand out there and get flogged every day. What if he does nothing? If you prolonged it for long enough. Okay, he's just a corpse now. There's no big boom. I'm still sitting here, and I'm still watching Daniel Bryan get his ass kicked every week and get held back, and it's the same crap, and you keep throwing me these guys, these overrated big people from back in God knows 90s and whatever, like the 2000s and whatnot. I don't give a shit about Dave Batista. I don't give a shit about John Cena. I want to see some Daniel Bryan. I want to see some CM Punk. Come on, we got new guys. My God, I want to see these guys who've been sitting at the mid card who are busting their asses and giving us good matches. For God's sake, get the message. These people are stupid.
I'm surprised. Did you just compare Daniel Bryan with Jesus?
I know it's far fetched.
I
like a trope.
I like to apologize to all the religious people.
Yeah, if you're overly sensitive, don't listen to this show. I don't care.
No, don't say.
We don't want those fucks.
The views.
We'll put a donation in the basket.
The views just expressed as a Cowboy Kids.
Yeah, they're my own sayings. They're my own sayings.
Yeah.
No.
But
hallelujah.
uh,
That's the sermon for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, wrestling / comparison between whatever. Go on.
All right. So Daniel Bryan comes out and he wants to get into the Elimination Chamber. Triple H pretty much tells him no, and then Shield comes out. Daniel Bryan tries to fight them all. Then Sheamus and Cena come out and help Daniel Bryan get rid of the Shield, setting up for the 6-man tag tonight. God damn it, how many more 6-man tags are we going to have to see of the Shield?
I'm tired.
But the stipulation, if Cena, Sheamus, if anyone won, they got into the Elimination Chamber.
The winners would be in the chamber,
yeah. So, was there anything else important about Raw that night? Oh, yeah. Confrontation between Orton and Batista, and then Brock Lesnar showing up, pretty much telling Brad Max either he gets his title match or he faces Batista, the so-called #1 contender. And then during the rematch for the tag titles, Brock came out and destroyed the Rose Brothers.
Of course.
Pretty much then the New Age Outlaws had the titles for now.
Which sucks.
So that's pretty much it. And then we had the main event with
I like the Miz Sailor match.
Oh yeah, one more thing before we get into that. Who here saw when Seth Rollins fell on his ass?
Oh my God, I rewind the hell out of that.
I didn't see it. I had to go on YouTube and find I had to go find a clip.
I kept going back and forth going, oh my God.
That's what he gets for trying to play as a solid snake.
Oh my god, that's
When
funny.
he try to jump over the damn railing.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought he broke his ass.
Yeah. But so we had the 6-man tag, and it was a good match. You know, the usual between Dan Bryan and Sheamus and Cena. Then we had Roman Reigns in the STF, and it looked like Roman was like breaking out of it. Then the lights went black, and then the lights.
How he did that, how he broke that off.
Yeah. Then we had Wise interfering, and Sheamus and Dan Bryan held the Cena out, and then which meant that Dan Bryan, Sheamus, and Cena won by DQ, which means they're in the Elimination Chamber, and Roman Reigns and the Shield were pissed. And spoilers for anybody that didn't see SmackDown.
I like how you said that, Roman Reigns and the Shield.
Yeah. And so, like I was saying, spoilers for anybody that didn't watch SmackDown. Well, it doesn't matter now. But pretty much they're setting up for Shield versus Wyatt at Elimination Chamber. Any thoughts about that?
This is gonna be the night. Shield's gonna break it up.
Yeah.
I thought they probably would say that for WrestleMania.
It's gonna be into that. You gotta think for a minute. But the night of the Chamber, Wyatt's gonna win, and the Shield's gonna officially break up.
Well, you pretty much knew it was gonna happen, especially after that incident where they looked like they were about to go at it in the ring, and everybody was cheering it.
Yeah.
So it made sense they were gonna do it. But you know, like I said, it was a pretty good match. Hopefully the Wyatt and Shield match is gonna be a good match. And speaking of SmackDown, we already know the other two participants of the Elimination Chamber. It's going to be Christian and Antonio Cesaro. You do not look happy, California Kid.
What's that?
I say California Kid does not look happy.
Oh.
What's wrong? You don't like Antonio Cesaro anymore?
I love Cesaro, but this whole Elimination Chamber, it's just, to me.
How the hell did Christian already get that spot?
They put Christian in there. They put Christian in there. It's kind of.
Well, you know, he's Christian, so of course he's.
I'm happy he's back and all, but
just put him. It was like, what?
They need one other big name. Man.
I mean, no, they don't.
SmackDown doesn't have any other big names unless you want Alberto Del Rio in there.
Oh God, no.
Okay, point made.
Yeah, that's out.
Yeah.
Del Rio's been wrestling nothing but Hispanic wrestlers recently. It's just Mysterio and my God, come on, man.
Okay. So let's get into the major topic that I know everybody probably wanted to talk about.
Did you notice somebody missing on the Raw?
Yeah. No CM Punk.
Yep.
So a few hours before Raw,
here we go,
was starting, CM Punk talked to Vince McMahon, told him that he was pulling the Austin and he was leaving and not showing up for any more WWE. The story broke, I think, late Tuesday night or late Tuesday morning. That CM
Punk. I was that Monday. I just thought, okay, they gave him the night off.
Yeah, I thought it was a joke because somebody put some stupid on the forums with it, but later on, a lot of other websites reported it, and it's basically saying that Punk was burned out. He didn't like the way the direction in the storyline was going, and he was just sick and tired of being bullshitted by Vince, which is we all know Vince lies about shit. Hell, good example of Ultimate Warrior.
Oh God, yeah, that was.
And basically Punk was just mad because Batista got the the Rumble win, and once again
the WrestleMania spot.
Yeah, and once again CM Punk is not headline WrestleMania.
No one is going to watch it.
And pretty much he just doesn't want to face Triple H, and now the game feels like he just been disrespected.
Dude, nobody. If it depends from what it's looking like, it looks like WrestleMania is going to be worthless and nobody's going to watch it. I'm telling you right now. And then they're going to get mad and wonder why are our buy rates so low? Because we didn't get anything we really want to see, and we just don't give a fuck. You know, that's how it's going to go. I mean, that's how it's going to go. If they want to give us, if they try to force Batista into WrestleMania's main event some kind of way, we are not going to be there. Nobody's going to pay for it, and it doesn't matter if they're yet. Nobody would even pay $10 for it. Nobody's going to watch it. I'm telling you right now, it's going to go down.
Well, like I said on the Wrestling Buddies,
It's going to be the worst WrestleMania in history.
On my Facebook, you know, I can't really blame Punk. I mean, the dude came back, he tried to help. He had to put up with a lot of shit. He had to put up with losing his title to Rock, which really made no sense.
That was the dumbest move. Like, that may be one of the top 5 dumbest moves in the history of the company.
Then having to put up with Ryback with not once but twice the dude fucking injured him. And then put in the stupid storylines that really made no sense. So, and you can pretty much tell he's been hurt and he's been wrestling hurt because didn't he take off like 3-4 weeks? Then he had came back to face Jericho and he was still hurt.
Then, no, he was gone for like 2 months.
How long was that? Payback that was in Chicago?
Yeah, that was Payback in Chicago when he came back.
Yeah, but he was gone for like 2 months.
Yeah, he was gone because he left like the night after Mania.
Yeah, and then he was still hurt, but he came back for that.
Yeah.
And he was going to take some more time off, but he didn't because I think Cena got hurt and they didn't want him to go.
Yeah.
Something like that. And then he faced Brock, which he probably was still hurt. I mean, I understand.
He's been sick for a while, too. He's saying, like, doctors still don't know for sure what he was having a stomach problem.
Probably because he finally, the whole vegan thing finally caught up to him. Because now he's back off.
They went back to eating meat again.
Yeah, went back to the Rivera Steakhouse, got himself some meat.
Know what you're doing, folks, if you're trying the vegan route.
You got to go back to, you know, if you've been conditioned to eat meat most of your life, trying to go vegan is kind of hazardous to your health. You can't just switch into it and you can't even adapt to it. You've been eating meat all your life.
It takes a lot of time and discipline.
Yeah,
yeah. But
so.
And then
I understand it. I know he's doing what he's got to do. He's fed up, but still, a part of me is so very, very, very pissed off. Because I hate the fact that it has led to this again.
This could have been avoided.
Is this like the 3rd or 4th time that he's had to do this?
Yeah, this happened. This happened several times.
Or he is doing it, and I'm wondering like how? Why isn't he saying anything? What's with the quiet? Has he even said anything about it?
No, he said something like "Thank you, I'm going home," something like that. But he didn't like officially say he was going for WWE.
Yeah, it's like he ain't even posted anything.
No, all they did was unfollow him on Twitter and took him off the road shows.
And replaced him with Flair.
Yeah, they
taking a spot for a lot of house shows.
Yeah, Flair replaced him at the WrestleMania Access.
Could Ryback be even any more of a dick?
Oh yeah, fuck Ryback. Didn't he say like he would take the GTS and the Pepsi Plunge, which, by the way, Punk has never used a Pepsi Plunge in the WWE, you moron.
No, he has not.
He's an idiot.
And he said,
and then when he said someone else is gonna get the.
He said Curtis Axel can use something. What was that move?
I can't remember. But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So fuck you,
Could you be any more of a dick?
So fuck you, Ryback, you son of a bitch.
here's my thing is just, dude, like this has been coming because I mean, ultimately, is what we've been talking about on this show since
And
the first
also,
episode.
last time he faced Triple H, it was a fucking disaster.
The fuck?
Yeah, when Punk faced Triple H before, it was a fucking disaster. Why the fuck would he
Was that the
want?
one where Nash came back?
Yeah, and they had that whole storyline where it seemed like Stephanie was doing everything she could to screw with Punk's title reign, and
Right,
Triple
you're
H
right,
was,
you're right. Yeah.
yeah.
So
So
it would not that would not have worked at me. I would try my best to get it, but it's like no, this match does not need to be.
yeah. So
And then
oh,
and it,
go
and
ahead.
it's just like, man, fuck. I can't believe it. And well, you know what I'm wondering also?
Yeah.
Like, what is this going to mean for AJ?
Nah.
It's like, are they going to start trying to her job now?
Well, Punk keeps pissing them off. You know, I wouldn't be
Or is she
surprised.
or is she gonna go with him?
Doubt that seriously.
I don't know, man. You know, she already yelled at a bitch for calling him a fuckface. So that was one of the funniest things I ever read.
But on that note, since now that Punk's gone, it kind of changes the room lineup for WrestleMania. As of right now, until something happens, the lineup for WrestleMania looks as this: the WWE Unified title will be Randy Orton versus Batista, Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, Daniel Bryan versus Triple H, and Goldust versus Cody Rhodes. Honestly, I was thinking about this over the weekend.
That card just sounds so bad.
I was thinking about this over the weekend. I think I talked to the Pike about this.
Yeah,
Does anybody really want to see Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar?
Not really.
I said for a while, for years now.
Yeah.
He's the one guy I want to see a fight Taker for.
Yeah, but Taker's.
Because they had that great feud. It was short, but they had that great little feud for a while back in the day, and like that's the WrestleMania match I want to see.
My only problem is, can Brock slow down and the high Taker's age? Because with guys like Punk and
can cover.
Triple H, they can cover.
Yeah, they cover. They really cover that up.
Punk, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels could, but can Brock do it
I'm sure
to the point where
he can make Taker look good? He can bow down. I mean, look what he did. Look, he nearly killed himself trying to make Show look good.
Oh God.
Yeah, but there's a difference between Show and Undertaker.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that worries me about that match is, can Brock slow down
how far
and
is he gonna go, and
can
Taker gonna get cocky and feel like he can take it,
or is he gonna show Undertaker's rust? That's the only thing that worries me about that match.
I don't want it to become like another Triple H thing where Taker won, but he can't walk out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's been done.
So I don't know. I mean, I want to see it, but I get what you're saying, baby. Like, are you just like Taker? Are you sure you want to do this? I mean, with Brock. I mean, but they say cards subject to change. Going back with Daniel Bryan and Triple H. I mean, thank God, because the one rumor was it was going to be Bryan and Sheamus again.
Oh God, I don't want to see that shit.
It's not even like, what are you trying to? It's like, Danny, what are you trying to prove with that? I mean, you screwed that up so many times.
Well, at least with Daniel Bryan Triple H, it'd be something new, but
that to me is one of the worst WrestleManias. I mean, what was it? 14 seconds.
14.
It was so bad.
I was so pissed off about that.
It was so bad. It was terrible.
Yeah. But speaking of WrestleMania, every time for the past, I think, 3 years, there's always been talking about Sting, doing WrestleMania with Undertaker.
Yes.
But
Right.
now, sources said that Sting has reached an agreement with WWE for the Hall of Fame. Now,
This is another case of I'll believe it when I see it.
for those of you that don't know or who don't give a fuck about TNA, last week Sting had his swan song in TNA. I'm gonna give you a little rundown.
Long time overdue.
Basically, Sting has Match with Madness. Somehow Dixie did the same shit she did with AJ, turned to a no DQ match, had all the heels interfere, but unlike AJ, Sting had Angle, Joe help him out, but it still wasn't enough. Bobby Roode came out and gave his only one finisher, and then Madness gave him his finisher to beat Sting. And at the end, Dixie gave Madness Sting's contract and tore it up. Which means by now that Sting is no longer with TNA. So the rumor is that Sting has come to terms with WWE to be inducted to the Hall of Fame. No word is if he's going to do something with Taker or not, but the word going around is that Triple H probably isn't going to put him in 2004, but probably wait till 2015. That's in 2004, I mean 2014. Sorry.
Yeah. Good.
So the reason why is Triple H wants to use the WWE network to, expose Sting to the WWE universe, so it can pretty much mean something. I had to agree with Pike about this. I believe when I see it. And this also kind of was running around in my head about the whole Undertaker thing. Honestly, I really don't want to see that now. They had a one shot. It would have been better if they did it at in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Of the Atlanta paper, yeah.
That's when you would have gotten the most. That's when you would have gotten the most.
That would have been awesome.
That
but
been
now, to me, Sting's too old. He can't even do the Scorpion Deathlock anymore. It just, to me, it'd probably be a train wreck. If unless he can do the Deathlock perfectly, it's not really any good anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with Sting going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He does deserve it.
Going to the Hall of Fame in a DVD.
Yeah, on the DVD. Definitely would cop that.
I mean, a part of me still wants to see it. But I have to be more realistic about it. This face Max, like, if he can even go, it'd be great if he got in the Hall of Fame and put out a DVD, like I said. And not just a DVD of matches, I mean, full-on documentary,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. Like, there's a lot of lost dream matches with Taker. Yeah, everybody wanted to see Sting versus Taker. At some point, we really wanted to see Vader versus Taker in his prime. My God, there was a petition to get, when Kobashi came back to the States, there was a petition to have Kobashi versus Taker. There's just there's just a lot of dream matches with Taker that a lot of people that we wish could have been added to the streak.
Oh yeah.
It's sad.
But hopefully we'll get more information about it. But speaking of the Hall of Fame, let's talk about the new inductee.
Long overdue.
Yeah. So apparently, last week, Ultimate Warrior got into an altercation with Jake the Snake Roberts on Twitter, where Jake pretty much said that the WWE seemed to be putting in assholes in the Hall of Fame. Kind of, you know what they say, Jake. Be careful what you say. It might come back to bite you, and apparently it did, because WWE decided to induct Jake into the Hall of Fame.
Yep. Yeah.
You'll be joining those assholes.
Welcome to the Asshole Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So, all I gotta say is I'm happy for Jake. Jake has been one of the wrestlers that I grew up on. I can still remember that he was one of the wrestlers that I had an action figure with.
Oh yeah.
He had I think he had the Punch, motion action
Something
figure,
like that, yeah.
and he had the Snake.
Damien,
Also,
yeah.
funny story.
Uh-oh.
I remember that, like I said, with the J action figure, he had the Snake. I don't know how, I don't know what happened, but somehow the Snake ended up in the road outside my house. My cousin came to our house. She was gonna get in her car, and she got scared. Turns out she got scared about the snake that came with the action figure.
Oh, that's good stuff.
But
That's funny.
but yeah, Jason, he really deserves it. He's one of the best heels.
Yeah.
And one of the best faces. A guy could do both. Yeah, he has demons.
One of the best talkers.
Yeah,
true. One of the best
one
talkers.
of the best ones.
Yeah,
especially as a heel.
One of the absolute best heel talkers ever.
Just can't deny the mustache.
Yeah, that thing. His character was one of the most.
I looked at that thing on that, but now that's a mustache.
Yeah. So hopefully DDP can keep him clean until the Hall of Fame because. When I heard about that, I thought about what Scott Hall said when, people asked him why he wasn't there when Michaels was inducted and because Nash and Waltman and Triple H was there and he wasn't. And then he said that, it'd probably be a bad idea for him to be at the Hall of Fame with all the all his teams and all that. So hopefully DDP can keep him away and keep him clean. Yeah.
And Doc his ass too for that matter.
Yeah, DDP. He's been saving a lot of wrestlers. Like
he's right, but like I've been saying before, just for saving Jake and Scott, put him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he did a fine job.
Yeah.
Put a little promo plug on DDP Yoga. Get the DVDs.
Yeah, and the fact that he was nice enough to do a promo for us was real nice.
Yeah. So I think, have it where they do the speech for each other,
Yeah.
Something like that. He's another guy that deserves to get in there. And he's going to watch G like a hawk, so.
Yeah.
He's like, what are you doing, man? Come on. Don't do it.
Yeah. So let's just let this one blacktop be the only thing that Jake does to kind of, screw everything up. But hopefully.
And he looked fantastic on Old School Raw.
Yeah. But
certainly.
Do you have anything else to add, Pipe?
I'm happy for him, and he looks great. He looks so much better than the past few years. And keep it up. And that's another Hall of Fame speech I can't wait to hear.
Definitely.
Anything you
want
to add?
Like I said, well, long overdue and well deserved. Should have been done years ago. So I'm very happy for him.
I can't wait till the Hall of Fame speeches. I'm with Pike on this one.
Yeah.
Can't with the one that everybody's gonna be waiting on.
It's one of those years where I'm more excited right now for the Hall of Fame induction than the pay-per-view.
Yeah, and hey, that's saying something, man.
And I can't wait to see who else is gonna get inducted.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder who else they've got lined up. It's gonna be
who's
interesting.
coming up and who's another asshole that's gonna get up in there.
Hell yeah.
You might as well get Lita. Lita was kind of an asshole. You might as well get Lita up there.
Yeah, she was actually.
Hell, you won't even go any further getting an asshole. Get David Arquette in the celebrity wing.
Oh no, God, no.
He was an asshole, wasn't he?
No.
He was worse than an asshole.
Shit, you thought people were pissed and Steven walked out ECW. Wait till they say that. Fans would have a riot about that.
Oh, they will tear that place apart.
But somehow I get the feel that Vince will probably do that shit just to piss off the fans.
If I had to pick someone, I would totally say Cindy Lauper.
Yeah.
Didn't they ask her before and she turned them down?
Yeah, ask her again. She needs to be in there.
Yeah, ask her again,
Alright. Did you want to throw something in there, Kid?
I'm just waiting to see the Warrior speech. That's the thing that everybody's going to be waiting on. It's something that we all have in the back of our heads. We're wondering what he's going to say. And
I want to watch that DVD again.
Yeah, I don't know what he's going to say. Nobody can prepare for what he's going to say.
You know what would make it even better?
What's
is
up?
while he's doing the speech, is have the iron sheet pop up.
Oh my God!
Like, remember that video?
What if he says something about it? Oh
It's
my
like,
God!
I remember you down in Georgia, man.
They got it. If they have the Sheik in the audience, I will be totally freaked. They got to have him there. You got to have the Sheik there. It'd be great.
No.
It'd be one of the greatest wrestling moments ever.
No.
Get off me, man! And then Vince McMahon's gonna try to break on, going, don't touch me, Vince!
Yeah, what if the Sheik is there? This could happen though. What if the Sheik is there and he gets pissed and charges the stage? Oh man. You want to talk about wrestling history? That's going to be bigger than the pay-per-view will get buried because of that. The pay-per-view can get buried in one moment.
But let's move on to another topic. Dana White was interviewed, and he put on with Fox Sports, and he gave his thoughts on the WWE Network, and he called it ridiculous. In the interview, he said, "It's ridiculous. I hate to sound like I'm attacking the WWE or devalue what they did because Vince McMahon say whatever you want, and he's always smashing us and talking shit about us. But I would tell you this: I was watching WWE. I was a little kid, and Vince was the commentator in WWE. This guy has been kicking ass, breaking rules, and doing things that people say he couldn't do over and over and over again. Now I'm older. I don't get the whole thing. It doesn't work for me. But what he's able to do, the raise he's able to pull, and the things he's done. And when I look at his model, and he's basically taking everything in and devaluing it, saying everything we do is worth $10 doesn't make sense to me.
Well, you gotta admit though, like everything is the truth. How can it not make sense? Everything they do in those pay-per-views is worth $10 because when I'm only getting one good match.
I understand what Dana White's talking about.
I understand what he's saying.
I mean, I've been sitting here thinking about it, because going back to some cable companies like Comcast, Cox, and also satellite companies like DirecTV and Dish Network. You got to think about it that if they do host the pay-per-views, then what DirecTV and the other cable companies are going to do, because if WWE offers $10, it'd be ridiculous for them to be still offering $60 or
it's going to hurt them, isn't it?
$40. So they're going to have to pretty much cancel it.
Exactly.
Because I don't see them going and saying they're going to lower it to $10.
What have we been saying? We've been saying that they need to reduce the number of pay-per-views. That's exactly what this is going towards. They need to, because
I don't know what to expect on February 24th when this whole thing starts. It's like, my thing is like, don't automatically think you're just gonna get a profit from this.
No, they got actuaries. They already know what's gonna happen.
It's like, be prepared because this thing could fall so hard. It's just like a real crapshoot. Especially when you're taking a chance of doing it with Mania. I mean, and like it feels like DirecTV would be the one that would stop showing them.
They're trying to grab up like extra people, extra buyers by lowering the price extremely. They're trying to get their viewers back because the pay-per-view, because they're looking at the buy rates like, okay, a lot of people are not buying our pay-per-views now. How do we get them to buy? They think for some god-awful reason, for some stupid reason, they think that the reason people aren't buying the pay-per-views is simply because the pay-per-views are too expensive, which to me is probably the most stupidest conclusion you could come to. Why is no one set up and looked at the product? Like they're saying, no. The question is, why are the pay-per-views too expensive? Because back in my day, the pay-per-views weren't too expensive. You know what I mean? Like it was worth every bit of $50 back when I was a wrestling fan. I mean, you gotta admit, they're asking the wrong question. They're asking like, okay, they're saying, okay, people aren't buying our pay-per-views. Our prices are too high, and I don't know whether it's the providers or whatnot that make the price go up. Maybe it is, but providing it to a wider audience is not going to be the only answer. It's going to get your buy rates up, but we're talking about the product here. There are people who it's going to come to the point where people aren't even going to pay $10 to see pay-per-views. It's going to save that $10 for a meal at freaking Burger King.
At this point, it's like if I even remotely consider it, I really want to see that Monday Night War show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that show looks like it's going to be great.
It's probably going to be beautiful.
And BD knows this, you both know this, especially me being addicted to watch motor now. I love countdown, so that countdown show I would just totally enjoy. But other than that, and maybe a few pay-per-views, and maybe it's just I'm half and half. I haven't decided if I'm gonna get it or not. I need some samples first.
Yeah.
Like give me you gotta do better than that to give me a reason to buy this thing if I'm gonna watch WrestleMania on my dang iPad,
But what you think about it?
It's gonna look real ridiculous if we're watching Mania and I'm holding my iPad up and have my charger nearby. I'm just picturing like thousands, millions, whatever people watching at home with their iPads like this.
They're gonna crash the servers.
Why are you saying your iPad? You got a PS3. You can put it on that.
I don't really use the online stuff on my PS3. I use the iPad more.
Well, if you want it on your TV, you better start using it.
Well, yeah.
That'll get a Chromecast.
One of those things.
I guess. I'm just saying.
Apple TV.
I'm just saying it as an example, picturing how funny that's gonna look. But like I said, I'm not exactly sold, but I'm not saying yes or no. Give me a sample and we'll see. But Dana White, I was trying to say earlier, he's not wrong. I mean, a lot of what he said, he ain't wrong.
Yeah, it's true.
See, Daniel, two questions. Number one, Dana White, do you think Brock will fight in UFC again?
Ah! That's
He's saying it. They've been talking.
The whole thing. I think the whole Brock Lesnar UFC thing was all one big work. It's one of the biggest works for business ever. UFC in general may be real, but my God, that particular.
If he did, it would be. I just want him to kick Alistair Overeem's ass. That's all I want.
He'll do it in a worked match.
I want him to destroy him, and then I'm not going to take no Santos because that's insane, or King Velasquez because they'll kill him. But
well, I mean, if you just want to.
Because Frank Mir was such a fish on.
Pierre, the key is if you want to see it, it will be like you will see it. You will see it. Now, is it really happening? That's the real question. Involving Brock Lesnar in UFC, I don't believe anything anymore.
You didn't believe the Shane Collins fight?
No.
Not even a little bit.
No.
He choked his ass out.
I didn't buy that for a minute. I've seen.
You're saying that because he got the belt.
I've watched UFC fights, and it's just so convenient that Brock Lesnar wins the way he does. It's so easy. I just think that they did that as a work for business. I'm not saying.
Times he kept losing though.
I'm not saying that UFC is fake, but what I am saying is that I think for that particular occasion, to boom business, I think they did go with the work. It can happen.
Yeah, I guess it can, but I mean, if he's only doing a few days, you might as well have him do it.
The point is, if he did all that losing, how is he still considered a contender? That just didn't make sense to me.
That'd be like special attraction shit.
Yeah, so it's a work. It's obviously a work. That part of it is a work.
And then number two, will they sign CM Punk?
That remains to be seen.
Because it seems like, especially that Gracie guy's saying, like, they're not saying it's a no, but like if he gives some time to it and see if he can deal with it, then maybe.
If you want to see it work.
Not backing. I mean, he's got like Chael Sonnen, his boy, Ronda Rousey likes him. I mean, he's got a foot in the door.
Yeah, it'll be a work.
Goes to the events constantly. I mean, he was at the UFC. He was at that show the Saturday before Rumble.
Well, it was a lot better than TNA.
Oh God.
What the hell was Bully Ray thinking?
I don't know.
Yeah, my Bully Ray said that shit. Oh, you saw TNA on their YouTube channel showing the best of CM Punk.
Yeah, get this through your head, TNA. CM Punk has dogged you guys for God knows how many years.
Yeah.
He is not going back to TNA.
What? He was only there for 5 months?
I think so.
Very brief stint.
I can't take it away because that was the first time I saw him, so.
And I doubt DC Carter has the money for it.
Yeah, she ain't got money.
Yeah, I might watch him just think back like, oh man, this dude used to wrestle in basketball shorts. The good old days.
Yeah, that was back in the day. Also, he used to have different hair.
You know what Punk wrestled in basketball shorts?
Huh?
He's asking fancy about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, man. Oh, that's my wife. You still miss the hair, don't you? Yeah, okay.
Well,
You still miss this Punk's hair, dude.
Well, speaking of TNA, we got 2 news. One, I think Dan might like this. Apparently, TNA is going to do it one night only in Japan. Well, we're finally going to figure out what Muda was doing here when he took that picture with Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, God.
Apparently, TNA is going to shoot a special in March where they send 11
How the
wrestlers.
hell are they going to swing that?
Like I said, I guess they had already made reservation with Muda because that was the whole reason why he was here. He took that picture with Jarrett. And I guess they're going to do like what WCW did back in the day. They had like 11 of its superstars to Japan for a special event with Russell 1, which is
That was pretty cool when they did that.
Yeah, I liked watching the Japanese matches. I enjoyed it I really enjoyed those matches. I watched a lot of them.
Yeah.
I love when they go to Mexico.
When are they going to do it in March?
Yeah, they're going to film it in March, and apparently the rumor is that Muda and somebody else is apparently going to show up at Lockdown to, I guess start like a feud or something like that.
Wow.
When is lockdown? I totally forgot.
Do not know. I can't remember.
Is it April?
It's soon because I think Joe and Madness is gonna be in this, so it's either this month or next month.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they said that
good move.
They said that the stars that are going to appear is Madness, of course, Bobby Roode, Gail Kim, Austin Aries, Abyss, Cass and Daniels, Madison Rain, and the Wolves and the American Wolves.
Those are going to be the ones you're going to have for that kind of a show. You're really going to need your workers, man. You're going to need your really good workers.
And
the Wolves are there. That's so great.
That's going to be awesome.
Also, additional Muda along with Russell 1 star. Dang, you might know this. Say his name.
You talking about Seiya Sanada?
Seiya Sanada will be in Miami. It's going to be March 8th and 9th for lockdown. March 8th and 9th.
Should be good.
Should be good. That's going to be that's probably going to be their best show of the year.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the big one. So TNA this week revealed their secret investor, which is the stupidest storyline because people already pointed out that it's people already pointed out that it was a stupid storyline because TNA is a private company, it's not a public company.
Yeah, it's not a public trade.
Yeah. But so the secret investor was revealed, and it was revealed to be MVP.
Like tick tock, tick. 1, 2. You hear the clock ticking.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm coming. I'm not gonna lie. I did do the pose. I actually watched that bit of TNA last night. I did do the pose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm coming.
Yeah. So MVP came out with the American Wolves, and that was pretty much it. They cut the black out of the show, the MVP.
Man.
I gotta say, it's a good move by TNA. Finally, they did something right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
seriously, MVP as the investor is kind of dumb.
It's not good.
I mean, when Ric Flair was like part owner with Vince that one time,
Yeah, when he showed
it
up,
was kind of believable.
that was good. The consortium. Yeah, the consortium was me. Oh my god, I loved it.
We're partners.
That was one of my favorite Ric Flair moments.
Like the look on Vince's face was priceless.
Oh, it was priceless.
And pretty much Flair could pull that off.
Yeah, Flair could pull it off like that. Yeah.
With MVP, I really don't know, but it was a good move for TNA. Because honestly, nobody really thought that
I don't want to see you be an investor. I want to see your. I want to see what the Japanese taught you. I want to see that.
Yeah.
I want to see how better you've been. I keep hearing you've gotten so much better. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you be an investor. I mean, it's great that you're with the Wolves and all, but I want to see you kick somebody's ass.
Yeah, I really want to see.
I want to see you beat the shit out of EC3 just for the hell of it.
I really want to know how in the hell did JC pull that off? Because
I don't know.
Because it really seemed like he was going to go back to WWE.
He didn't want to deal with WWE again. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, WWE's is really it's a sticky place, man.
So I guess things between him and Triple H really weren't that good.
I guess. I like your new rap song, MVP, by the way.
Yeah.
But anything you want to add to this?
Yes, I encourage everyone who's a wrestling fan or who actually takes this side of the industry where they're sitting up and, talking about what they understand about the industry. Well, you have to understand the relationship between these promoters and wrestlers and owners. It's part of the nature of the business, I believe, that when we hear something like this or what CM Punk has done or the situation with Daniel Bryan or anything, what we would see as being like in the red, like in terms of anger in the red, it's never over because ultimately WWE is probably the company that's always going to hire you back no matter what you do. I mean, they do it.
Never say never.
Yeah, you never. That's why they coined that phrase, because it is a business and they're going to do what's best for business, and you can't expect to see people got fired come back, and it's going to happen. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the end of CM Punk ever showing up in WWE, but I would say that. I mean, that's for sure. CM Punk will be back in WWE again. Everybody knows it. But here's my thing about that. Like, just keep in perspective, the difference between the relationship between the wrestlers and the companies they work for is far different than the fans, and I say fans, not spectators. The relationship between the fans and the companies. Fans will float away from a company, and that's what WWE is just not understanding. The reason their buy rates are down is because they're not satisfying their fans. The spectators, they come and go, but your fans are what keep the money in your pockets. And like prolonging a build like this with Bryan and main eventing overrated like people that weren't even really stars, like in trying to keep John Cena over when he's already money, and just all these terrible business decisions that are being made is starting to draw away your best talent like CM Punk, and it's starting to do that. TNA is a whole other story. That's the Titanic right now. I mean, it's hit the iceberg, and we're just waiting on it to sink. Unless Dixie Carter shuts the son of a bitch down and restarts the company, brings back the six-sided ring, and does that. In retrospect, the past.
I want to see what Jeff Jarrett's doing.
Yeah.
I want to see this new company he's making with Kofi Keith.
Don't we all? Wouldn't we all?
So I wish you want to bet the first guy who's going to join is AJ.
Yeah, he would, and that goes which brings another point. AJ Styles, another one of those guys who's in the same boat with CM Punk.
It's so crazy how in the past month both of them left.
Yeah, he's in the same boat as CM Punk, and it's sad to see that happen. But until these owners and promoters and writers start waking up to the fact that the fans control your product, you control how to make us like your product, but we're not going to buy it unless it's something we want to buy. That's the bottom line. That's the law of
like,
business.
Make that. Go ahead and start that wrestling company, Jared. CMT's gonna pick it up like that.
Yeah.
Give me a reason why CMT.
Yeah, I just fear that's our time, but I just fear that WrestleMania is going to be a disaster.
Well, only time will tell. So you really don't have anything to say about MVP.
No, not at all. It's one of the for him to be the guy. It's just not the right guy. I wouldn't have gone with him.
I'm happy back in American team, but I want to see him kick ass.
Yeah, that's what we want to see.
That's the main thing. Welcome back, but I don't care you're in best. I want to see you beat the shit out of somebody.
Speaking of kicking ass, our old friend Matt Hardy was back in the news.
I shouldn't laugh about that.
Him and his recently new fiance, I mean not fiance, but wife, Ruby Sky, got arrested over the weekend. Apparently, according to Ruby Sky, she went to Matt Hardy and asked him was he off the wagon again, and apparently Hardy didn't take too kindly to that. And allegedly he smacked his wife, but apparently looking at the photos, she smacked the hell out of him.
His ass, that's what you're saying. That's what I saw the photos too. It looked like she beat the shit out of him. She had like a little.
Oh yeah, she beat the shit out of him. She did beat the shit out of him. He had most of the fucking bruises.
Yeah, she had like a little bruise in it, but he looked like shit.
Somewhere, Lita's laughing her ass off.
I don't understand what it is. Why Matt always has these problems with women. This happens all the time.
Her and Edge.
It was Lita, and remember that whole thing with Ashley and Paul London, and it's just like, man, you shouldn't even be with a woman for a while. You just focus on yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that your wife kicked your ass, that tells you something, man.
Either he was really high or really drunk off his ass.
I believe drunk. I wouldn't be surprised if he did get off the wagon and got drunk. I'm not making a joke of that, but I mean, now the whole world knows when you got TMZ reporting your ass that there's a problem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And surprisingly, she went on Twitter and pretty much said that they're standing together. So,
in other words, he's her bitch.
Yeah.
You would not convince me otherwise. Hell, even Jeff's like, don't put me in with this bullshit.
Yeah, leave me out of it.
Anything you want to add, CK?
I have said my piece, man.
So, and on that note, we'll conclude this episode of
One more thing.
Oh.
Who we got in the Super Bowl?
Oh, God.
I would say Broncos, unless what's his name can get his act straight, because those last games with the Seahawks, Wilson hasn't been playing up to his potential. But if he can get back on the roll at the Super Bowl, then it might be some trouble. Excuse me for Manning and the Broncos. But until then, I'm going with Manning.
Neither one.
I'm going with Broncos. I think if they do win it, this is gonna probably be Peyton's last game.
Neither one of these are my teams, but I'm gonna go with Manning because it's Manning. It's cool.
I'm just happy Brady's not there.
Oh yeah. It's a given.
But
I think I'm gonna go Broncos, and I think it's like I said, it's gonna be Peyton's last game.
No. On that note, I'd like to thank California Kid for joining us.
No problem.
And the Pike. And
I love you, Bruno Mars.
Fuck you, Bruno Mars. And on that note, thank you for listening, and please subscribe, comment, and spread the word. And thank you for joining us.
Tell your friends we love you.
Later.